Hey playmates, welcome to the clubhouse. You already know it's M to the YA pretty mini. And thank you guys for coming back. So we're kind of mellow today, more mellow tonight because it's 11 o'clock at night. And yeah, so I just wanted to come here and discuss. You know, I love to read. And OMG. This is one of my favorite book series now. And this is the first book, and it's called CRAVE by Tracy Wolff. OMG. I just can't wait till this book gets more hype, and maybe they might make a movie out of these books. And if they do, I'll be so excited to know that I read it and I was loving it before the hype. So yeah, but I really enjoyed reading this book. I actually read the second one. It's a whole lot of books in this series, and I just finished the second one like last week, so I'll talk about that. Stay tuned for my review on the second book, but today we're just talking about the first book called CRAVE by Tracy Wolff. And number one, can we just appreciate the artwork? It's definitely giving you Vampire Diaries and Twilight vibes, which already alludes to vampires, which your girl is obsessed with vampires, if you did not know. I literally think I'm a vampire. Your girl loves vampires. Obsessed. I watched all of Vampire Diaries, Twilight movies. Ever since I was a kid, I just loved vampires. I watched the originals, which is the spin-off of Vampire Diaries. Like, I'm just obsessed. Love them. Period. So, obviously, as you can see by the sticker, when I was taking a break, I saw this book in Target, and I was like, OMG. The book cover looks super cool. And I was just like, oh, this looks interesting. So then I read the back of it, and it says, have you ever, my voice breaks and I take a deep breath, then try again. Have you ever wanted something so much that you were afraid to take it? He nods yes. Like it's right there, waiting for you just to reach out and grab it, but you're so terrified of what will happen when you lose it that you never make the reach? Yes, he says again, his voice burrowing inside of me. I almost lost it. I said, hold up. That's where you got me right there. And then it goes on to say, I took my head up until our eyes meet, and I whispered, what did you do? For long seconds, he doesn't say anything. He just stares back at me with a look as scared and broken as the rest of him. I said, uh-oh, not trauma. And then he says, I decided to take it anyway. Then he leans down and presses his lips to mine. I said, period. OMG. So yes, very spicy. And like I said, just the book cover itself just looks so cool. It has the flower with the blood trickling down. Like I said, gives you Twilight and vampire vibes. So yes, and then it's just black, and then the inside of it is red, which is really cool. Like the vibes. And her name is, the author again is named Tracy Wolff, like I already said. And it says New York Times bestseller. So period. And the book was on here, it says $18.99, but it was on sale for 20% off if you use your Red gift card. So check out that. Not too shabby. But yes, it's just a very appealing story, and I just like it a lot. It's definitely about vampires. If you definitely like Twilight and Vampire Diaries, you would like this, but more of like a modern day spin to it. You know, it has a bunch of diversity in it, which is really cool. The main character is black, and they always mention her curly hair. So I really enjoyed that part of it because I could really imagine myself, which was really, really cool. You know, it's not the typical main character. I really like that. It was definitely with vampire movies and shows. You know, I like to see when, you know, black characters are introduced, and definitely when they're not just a side character. She's like the main character, the love interest. So I said OMG. And number 2, she's not a weakling. That's number 1. She's not a weakling. She pretty much is a hero of her own story. She saves her 2 love interests' lives herself. And hold on, let me take a drink of this, y'all. This is one of my favorite waters since forever, since I was little. I love the ice waters. This one is lemonade, and it's basically, it has no sugar or anything like that, and it has vitamins, and it tastes really good. Definitely recommend. Excuse-moi. The drink was so good. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, she's not a weakling. Number 2 is not the generic, they're gonna turn her into a vampire as well. She starts off human, and then she has her own superpower, and it's not being a vampire. I don't know if I want to spoil what she is, but it's not about to be no vampire, which is really cool. So I'm not even going to spoil that because I was surprised when I learned what she was. And yeah, she has her own trauma in the story, and I just really like it. All the characters you start to fall in love with, and I just really like it a lot. OMG. And the titles of each chapter are so funny. I really enjoyed that. I think it was she's just very creative, number 1. And just even the feel of the book, like, I don't know, like the pages feel, I don't know, you see how like they're rigid, like that's how I bought it, like how that's not me messing it up. It's kind of rigid like that to give it like that vintage feel to it, and the papers you just kind of feel, I don't know, cool, I guess. And also, which is really cool, is like in some chapters at the beginning of the book, it will have blood dripping down, like right here, as you can see. That I found that like so cool. And then some other pages, it was like another little surprise. I'm not even going to spoil that, but the pages be having artwork on them, which I think is really, really cool. And it goes with all the chapters. And like I said, the chapters have really cool titles to them. Like, for example, this one says, "There's never a parachute around when you need one." And another chapter is like, "No, I really don't want to build a snowman." And I don't know, it's just funny little things. And which is also really cool, is the main character, which is kind of funny. She spends her downtime watching Legacies, which I found that so cool. If you don't know, Legacies is the 3rd installment of the Vampire Diaries. It's after Originals, so I thought that was so cool. I was like, she's paying homage to Vampire Diaries. Super cool. Really love that little tidbit. Yeah, it's just a good book, man. I was just staying up late just reading, and next thing I know, time flies while reading the book, and it's pretty crazy. From I would say that I have a good talent of being able to predict what's going to happen next, but in this book I can't really predict what's going to happen next. When I tell you the drama is always hitting at you, it is coming at you, and you can't really predict what's going to happen next with the drama. It's just crazy. And it's so descriptive too. It feels like you are actually at the academy. Like, she explains every little detail, and it's just so cool. Like, she explains the drapes and the cathedrals, and it's just like you're there. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. But yes, if you love just the world of fantasies and magic, I would say that, you got your typical werewolves, vampires, witches, dragons. I really like that dragons were in here. I thought that was super cool. And like I said, there's another element that's in here that the main character actually is, but I'm not going to spoil that part because I thought that was so unique. Like, none of the other vampire shows or stuff that I saw dealt with this other kind of fantasy creature, and I thought that was like, wow, that was so cool. Another little creative take. And yeah. And OMG. The part you was all waiting for, the love interest. OMG. Jackson, man. Jackson. OMG. OMG. How they met. Like I said, it is very drama filled, and I really like Jackson as a love interest. Yeah, I really like Jackson. I think he's pretty cool. Yeah, I have no complaints with Jackson. I see why she likes him. He's protective, mysterious. We like the vibes. He runs the whole school, bad boy vibes. Nobody wants to mess with him. But of course, yeah, he has a soft spot for Grace. Typical. But it does get interesting. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. Well, I hope you guys read this book and tell me how you guys like it, and hopefully I inspired you to read it. And check out my reaction on the second book. It'll be coming out soon. And yeah, peace out. Please like, comment, subscribe in the description box below. And yeah.